Couples of weeks ago, I told you guys that we should brace up for US dollar strength, and then we saw it playing out. Initially, we had a breakout here at this particular level. Initially, this is when I've been calling for the US dollar strength. Then after the breakout, we saw this massive pullback, which looks like there's a break of this violation of this trend line to the downside, but price bounced back and close above that trend line. And then last week we saw this happen to the upside, which means that we saw the likes of the GBP USD selling massively, Euro US dollar selling massively, AUD USD selling, and then other US dollar pair. So as you can see, we should see the continuation of the DSY strength, that is at the US dollar strength, but probably Monday we might see some pullback coming back to this particular area, and then we might see a bounce back to 106.968. because if you tell me, if you ask me rather, apart from this significant level, this level which price might actually retrace from, if price gets here, we might actually see a retracement back to the downside. This is the next level of resistance, 106.968. If you check, this is the high of that particular level, and then we have another high at this level. They are almost the same thing. And then the first thing you have to know is that there's a break violation of this triangular pattern right here to the upside, and probably the price will hit 106.367. There is no negotiation here. The price will hit this way. Well, we might first see a pullback. Let's say we should see maybe a pullback on Monday, Tuesday, then probably we will see a rejection, and the pullback might be deep. Probably might see a pullback back to this particular level, and then we'll see move to 106.367. If this level break, you should be looking at 107.11. So guys, welcome to the weekly forex forecast. This is Ambafx. This is where I bring you the latest insight in the world of forex market, the technical and then the fundamental part. So before we go to the economic activities of next week, so let's check the GBP USD bots I've been preaching since last year. Next month will make it a year that this GBP USD bot has been active and then has been making consistent profits. So if you check the demo account I used to track the record, that is since August 2023. So let's check. This is the account, and then as you can see, if you've connected your account, like if you connected your account since August 2023, you will have made profit of 319% in just a year. So like, what kind of investment will you put your money in and then you will get 319% in a year? Even bank cannot give you that in 10 years. You understand what I'm saying? So this is it. The account I connected is $5,000 demo account, and then we have profit of $15,000, almost $16,000 now. And if you scroll to the downside, you will see the analytics. That is the monthly analytics since August 2023. As you can see, 27%, September 2023 16, October 19 11, and then when you come to 2024, you see that he's been making consistent profit depending on the volatility of that month. This is what it has made this month, that is June 2024, 7%. And as you can see, it trades only GBP US dollar. See the profitability is 74%. That's the amount of trade that are profitable. That is 74%, which loss trade at 26%. So as you can see, it is the drawdown is not that much. As you can see, it's just entered 30% drawdown in December, Since then, the drawdown has not exceeded 3% and then 4%, as you can see. So if you are interested, if you are still interested, it's still on, I can still get you on board. So just DM me on Twitter. So the minimum balance to use this bot is $1,000. So if you have $1,000 in your account, and then you can come, I will connect you for free, but terms and conditions apply. So if you have $1,000, you can just come. I'll connect you for free based on terms and conditions. And if you want to buy the bot too, it's available for sale. So that is that about the GBP US dollar bot. So it's still profitable and then still consistent. So before we continue with the individual currency, let's check the economic activities of next week. Next week is not that of a busy week, but we still have some US dollar news next week. Coming from the Canadian dollar, that is on Tuesday, there is a CPI from the Canadian dollar. CPI result to be, that is inflation measure news. And then 2 p.m. that day, we have S&P CS composite index, that is from the S&P 500. 3 p.m. Nigerian time, we have the consumer confidence. This is also an inflation measure news, all those leading inflation measure news. And then Richmond manufacturing index. On Wednesday, we have the Australian dollar CPI, that is a core price index. And then we have the new home sales from the US dollar. So CPI consumer price index, that's a mistake, not core price index, consumer price index. And then Thursday, we have Bank of England governor speech on Thursday. Thursday too, we have the final GDP from the US dollar, and the unemployment claim too will be out. The pending home sale month over month will be out too on Thursday. On Friday, we have the Tokyo core CPI, that's consumer price index from the Japan. So let's see how it goes. And then we still have Canadian dollar GDP month over month, US dollar core PCE price index, and then revised consumer sentiment. So these are inflation measure news for the US dollar next week. And then the one we have for the Canadian dollar. So the best pair we want to recommend for us next week is US dollar Canadian dollar, US dollar pounds, and then the US dollar Japanese yen, because we should see some announcement from the Bank of Japan next week. Probably it might strengthen their currency or making it worse. You understand? Because it's already going down the drain. We have a very, very weak JPY now. So probably the announcement might actually strengthen the currency or making it like I said was. So the first this thing I want to take is gold. As you can see, last week we saw this massive move to the upside, and then we saw the rejection, which we have to of this bearish candle to the downside. I think my analysis on gold still remains to the downside, because if you check, we've seen this massive drop with some retracement, massive drop, some retracement, massive drop. You understand? So I still believe that we should see a drop below this low. We should see this price breaking below this particular low to the downside, and then we have this place as a support. So probably next week we should be anticipating the US dollar strength, and then you understand, if the US dollar is strong, we should see the gold declining back to this 2.287, which is the support level. If that level break, we should be expecting 2.235, and then probably this is the resistance area I'm looking at right here. You understand? That's the resistance area I'm actually looking at for price not to move. Even if it's going to, let's say, buy for some retracement, I don't think there should be a retracement above this level. So if there's any retracement above this level, then I'll change my bias from bearish to bullish. But if what I'm actually looking at is for price to retest this level, maybe consolidate, then we should have a break to this 2.287, and if this level break, we should be expecting 2.235 on gold next week. But this is a very strong support level that price might actually bounce off from. On pounds US dollar, what I'm actually looking at is to the downside. So if you check this this particular area right here, price has broken this level. To the downside. Probably the next level we should be looking at is to this particular area. So next week should be waiting for a pullback for GBP to pull back to this level, and then a rejection back to 1.24731. So that's what I'm actually looking at right here. As you can see, price there's a support level, it bounce back, it break that particular support. So probably we might actually be waiting for a retest of this to become resistant, and then we'll see a massive drop back to 1.24731. that is for the GBP US dollar. For the euro US dollar, what I'm actually looking at is different. Here I'm looking at the possibility of a big pullback to the upside, probably back to this area before we see a massive dump to the downside. But probably next week should be if the US dollar is kind of weak, maybe if it did a pullback, then we should see euro US dollar bouncing off this level back to the upside. So probably if that happens, and then I see that, then this is where I'll be taking my profit at 1.08371. But if this level break, should be looking for a bearish setup on euro US dollar back to this particular low. As you can see, this low right here, back to this low, and this is a new low. However, if price break this, then I'll be looking for this low and then this low as my target. But probably now what I'm actually still looking at, what I can see here is for price to actually reject this space, and then you see price going back to 1.083 or 0.8381. So that's about euro US dollar. The Australian US dollar, what I can see here is for price to actually retrace back to this particular area of 0.65896. So I'm just looking for a sell setup next week back to 0.65896. That's what I'm actually looking at, as price as break below this particular level. So, and then we saw the price in caught up in triangular pattern. So probably we should see price coming back to 1.65986. So that's at about 80 years. On USD US dollar, what I'm actually looking at is for price to hit this level, reject, and if price hits this level and then we saw the break of that level, they should be waiting for price to come back to this low. You understand what I'm actually saying there? So you should be waiting for price at this particular low. If there is a break, if price violates this particular low of 0.60980, they should be waiting for 0.59850 as the next support level. But if there is a bounce back at this particular level, if price bounce, should be looking for this high as the first target. So the last pair I want to check is the pounds New Zealand, and you know this pair has been on since 2 weeks now. As you can see, there is a multiple rejection here, so still brace up for price to still come to this particular area. I'm still in, though this is a swing trade for me. So because price didn't react fast here, and then we saw what price are doing at this particular area. So probably should be waiting for price to come down to that level. So that this is the weekly forex forecast. Do well to like, share, and then subscribe. and don't forget to turn on the notification in case I drop any video so that you can be notified. There is a link to the verified broker in the description box. Register, verify your identity, and start trading. So good luck, guys. Have a good trading week and a profitable trading week ahead.